if I normally pre-weave the mains in my racket, should I pre-weave natural gut? That's a question that came in from someone, and so I wanted to kind of uh, throw that question out to you, Brad, so that we can kind of discuss, together what we kind of think about this question, and hopefully come up with a really good answer on that and stuff.
Yeah.
And I hadn't really thought about this initially when I was talking about pre-weaving, because I was talking about pre-weaving in several other videos, and the benefits of it, maybe the drawbacks of it. When would you use it? It's not really a beginner level stringing. It's not really method. It's not really a method for beginning stringers. It's more for advanced stringers. But this question specifically speaks to if you're going to be stringing with natural gut, should you pre-weave that?
Yeah. So do you want me to start on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I don't pre-weave. I've always been, one or two rackets here and there.
Your
Occasionally,
answer is going to be really short then.
well, occasionally I would do, I have an 8 or 10 racket day. This month I had a couple 8 racket days. But I'm familiar with pre-weaving. And my thinking is, if you're going to pre-weave with natural gut, the biggest thing about natural gut, and to me, I really enjoy and I like stringing with natural gut. I think it's fairly easy to string. It's a little intimidating at first, but once you do enough of it, it's really quite a pleasant string to put into a racket. But with pre-weaving, there is the possibility of getting those tangled up a little bit, from what I would think. And you've got to be really careful with natural gut not to kink it anywhere. Once you kink it, it's like you have made it it's like putting a stress fracture in a bone, and once you've got that stress fracture, any more pressure to it just opens it up and bigger and bigger. So my thinking is, no, you would probably not want to pre-weave crosses. But Pat, you have great experience with this, so I'm gonna take your answer and say that that's probably the best answer.
Yeah. So here would be my take on that. If you already pre-weave rackets, you could, so you have experience with pre-weaving, you understand, how to handle the string when you're installing it in the mains. So you could pre-weave gut if you really felt that. But for the same reasons that you've kind of listed, as far as like, how sometimes when you go around a corner, and sometimes those knots, they just naturally just all of a sudden appear because the way that you're pulling the string and the way that it's twirling. And sometimes it'll, it's kind of like with anything that you're, when you have an extension cord or something, right, and you're pulling it or whatever, and sometimes it twists up, right? The cord will twist all up. And the only way to untwist it is to let it just hang and loosen up. But once you have a string in the racket, you can't do that. So it just builds up. And if you, all it takes is one time, natural gut does repair itself, believe it or not. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. It can repair itself, and it's amazingly strong. But you could definitely shorten the life or damage it if not done right. So it's probably worth. But yeah, with natural gut, I would probably recommend just pulling it as you're putting it through, to alleviate any potential problems. Because when you look at the cost of the string, and you just look at the way that you have to handle natural gut, it's best to probably not pre-weave. So I would recommend probably not pre-weaving gut.
Yeah.